All right, then, my lovely survivors. Then we will go ahead and jump into this. I'm gonna close
Don't
that.
call us survivors yet. We haven't lived through anything.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that. That's a fair shot. That's a fair call. You all could die for a first session for all I know. Who knows?
Challenge accepted.
Oh, please no.
The possibilities are endless.
Oh,
Who has money on them dying first?
please don't die in the first session. I beg you.
I
Don't do
want to
that.
die.
But it would be funny.
Then that gives me more work. I don't want to do more work. No.
I mean, if no
That's
one
true. That's
dies
true.
in
It
this
would be
game,
work.
maybe not first session, but
Start
like-
the second session?
Give it like 5-6 sessions. Then we'll see.
oh, that makes it worse.
Oh.
You're attached to the character.
Exactly. Then you're attached. Then you don't want to die, and then it's dramatic. There we go.
I have one page left. Of
As
this.
long as I die with all of my concoctions going off at the same time, I'm happy.
You know what? I think I can arrange that for you, buddy. That's
As when everyone gets splashed with my body and the last my soup.
Oh. Okay. Well, first of all, good morning. I believe most of you. All of you?
I think everybody's still in the AM.
I think everybody still is in AM.
Guys, looking
It's
at 12
3
a.m.
p.m. for me.
For me, I'm still.
How dare you?
I'm looking at the sunrise. Actually, no, the sun has risen for quite some time now, so it's a good, nice morning. It's a great day because it's nice and cloudy. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect weather there for a good old zombie game. It's nice, cloudy, rainy looking, all murky. I love it. 10 out of 10. Okay.
Oh yeah, those are the
Take
best.
my laptop into the rain.
So, luckily, you've all made this pretty easy for me with your backstories, so I appreciate that. We are gonna hop into it. I had music. Where is the music? I had music. There we go. Let's do that.
One of us do a cappella.
Yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba. It was. All right, sound test. Make sure this is not too loud for everybody. So here we go. Sound test in 3, 2, 1. Huh.
I hear nothing.
Yeah, me neither.
Give it a
do.
Oh,
second.
there it is.
Guess.
Pretty good volume.
We all
Still don't hear
good?
anything. Nope.
Give it a second to load. Might take a moment.
It's quite soft, I can hear it.
If you go to your volume controls, turn up playlists all the way up.
There you go, my config's again now.
You should have volume controls in your.
Playlists, they're all maxed out.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Everybody hears everything okay
Yeah.
now?
Yep.
Good. Excellent. All right.
Oh,
So-
this makes me feel better. This isn't like death music.
Not yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Psych you out.
Just waiting for the Doom music to cut in.
Yeah. All right. So, bring you all in. We find ourselves in the lovely and peaceful, almost serenade-like city of Havens Reach, capital of Brenshire. Not a cloud in the sky currently lingers as people walk to and fro, their day occupied with the usual coming and goings. Bakers are baking, children are playing, adults gossiping about the latest news. The City Watch, Haven's Militia, a familiar sight, keeping sure all citizens are safe within its walls. Each district housing various different types. The Common District, the Nobles District, the Knowledge District, all seeing use, all at peace. For now. As calm washes through the streets of Haven's Reach, we will first bring in our story to a shop, a mechanic's shop, where the sound of buzzing and hammering, the smell of oil and metals lingers on the air. As you enter the shop, the various tools lying on shelves or on the ground, drums of oil, and various other knickknacks used by mechanics can be seen about as a shutter is rolled up and an individual steps into the shop. Wind, as you step into the shop, what are people looking at?
Well, they're looking at a tall orc, which is not super common in the area. She seems pretty confident in herself, big, strong muscles. Just walks right in and gets right to work. Seems kind of serious.
Lovely. And what is your character's name?
She is called Fiery.
How appropriate. All right, perfect. And what is Fiery currently carrying? I believe there's a couple things that you bring with you, correct?
Yeah, she's got a backpack with her essentials in it, and she actually walked into the shop carrying her baseball bat. She always carries just in case somebody gets rowdy or wants to steal something.
Very good. Odd question. Do you have a name for the baseball bat?
No.
All right, that might change. Anyways,
What?
Once it's got some kills on it, you can name it.
yeah.
Yeah.
As you walk in, not many people are actually no people are currently inside the shop right now. As it is still morning, it's a slower time in the day. People actually aren't quite bringing in their vehicles or anything in for repair quite at this time. It usually happens later on in the afternoon, when traffic and other sort of business has died down. You do see one older individual, though, human, His name is Mark, and you would know he is the owner of the shop. And so as you walk in, Mark kind of steps out of his office like, "Oh, Fiery. Oh, you're here bright and early, like always. Pleasure. Great to see you in. Miss Mayweather actually is planning to bring in her vehicle. I think it's a motorbike in at some point. She wants you to take a look at it again. She says it's making some weird noise.
Sure.
Wonderful. Your tools are all set, so get ready. She's sounding a little upset, a little frazzled.
What happened now?
Well, I don't. So, from what she told me, she ran over something, and well, you know her. She's a little older. I think she's getting a little loopy at her age, but she said she hit something. You weren't so sure because when she went to go stop and look, nothing was there. So I'm not sure what that was about, but she said she hit something.
Okay.
Probably forgot there was a speed bump around there.
Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I got coffee brewing. Help yourself.
Definitely.
And you will start your day. As we go ahead and move out from the mechanic shop, you come back to the streets of Heaven. I keep on saying Heaven. Haven's Reach. God damn it, me. Haven's Reach. As we head not far to a more public building down an alley where the uniformic rabble tends to do its paperwork, its laws, its annoyances. Heading down the alley, we see one individual, perhaps ready to cause some ruckus.
Spot is honestly kind of an old hunt. Whenever you don't have any good ideas, what kind of disruption you want to make, it's always good to head on down to where those dorks are doing their paperwork
Exactly.
and have a little bit of a barbecue.
Exactly. So,
So she's probably. Actually, no, the mechanics just opened, so I can't have gotten a bunch of oil from those guys, could I?
no, not yet.
Can't loop back around quite so easily.
I would say you probably got some before you started this.
Right.
So you have some.
Yes, she is probably keeping a stakeout for, like, when there's a courier about to go out, delivering all the mail and stuff. Or she's not gonna assault the mailman, the actual guy. But if there's like a private courier that brings stuff to and fro, all that important business, government shenanigans, she'll hassle them for sure.
No one like that in this alley. So you are left to your business.
So she's kind of like on a stakeout, I guess.
Cool. And let's see here. As you do, should anybody would they see this individual, who are they looking at?
Gee, I might proficient in stealth? I did not grab proficiency in stealth. Okay, I did. Lucretia is a elf woman, of course, although very much rejecting the kind of integrationist assimilation kind of deal that most of the non-humans, I think, have going on, as far as getting into society and just being one big happy group of humanoids. So to go with that, she definitely does stand out as more like a kind of traditional fantasy elf kind of get up, although obviously in a more the kind of like the wild elf kind of aesthetic rather than floofy high elf shenanigans.
Mhm.
She is probably rather tall for an elf. Got a bit of a athletic, of course, being a strength-based character. Aside from that, I don't have a whole ton of defining standout features in mind yet, so
Okay.
I think that and the character art I posted a while ago. I'll just repost that.
As you wait there, staking the place out, your elf ears start to pick up a little bit of noise as a meeting with a specific individual known for his skills on the back streets of Haven's Reach has come to assist you with your endeavors.
Oh boy. Always good to have a friend.
Indeed. We're walking around a corner. To meet you is another individual, and let's see here. Let's squad. Why don't you go ahead and introduce us to your character? First off, what are we seeing and what is their name?
Sure. My name is Crow. I am a regular-sized human, though I sort of give off a more intimidating aura. I've got constant helmet hair due to putting my helmet on and off over and over. I'm typically wearing a leather jacket as well as like biking clothes. They're emblazoned with patches relating to a certain gang that is prominent in Haven's Reach, the name of which I haven't yet come up with, but know that I believe most of your characters would probably recognize the emblems and such. His face is sort of covered in various scars. You can tell he's been in a scuffle or two, and he's sort of caught this perpetual 5 o'clock shadow at all times. I believe I would just walk in.
Yes. Coming to the meeting place that you have been designated to, you see this elven woman, standing there, perhaps imposing. That seems to be waiting for you. This is the individual that you were told you were supposed to meet, and they are supposed to cause a little bit of chaos, and you were supposed to assist them.
All right. I saunter in. I make eye contact with this elf. I wave and say, "Yo, I think I'm the one you're looking for."
She kind of tilts her head back. You definitely do look like the sort, and I imagine that she does as well. Probably got that anarchist kind of vibe going.
Hell yeah.
And she'll say, I guess she'll, just to be safe, make sure you're not a Fed, ask some sort of pass code phrase or whatever to confirm identity.
Crow lets out a sigh and says, yes, the sun rises at the east.
All right then, let's see about getting us some mischief then. Do you have any words from on high about what sort of things you're not supposed to do? If so, I think that's where we want to start.
We typically avoid harming civilians. But other than that, it's all free game.
Free game, just the way we like it. Well, I was waiting around for some nonce to come through here with a whole bunch of important papers going in or out. But that seems to be a bit of a boring game, so I'm thinking maybe it'd be more worth our while to get in and perhaps show some people our face.
Works for me.
After all, they only see a handful of faces all day long with all those coins and bills. I'm sure they'd appreciate some variety.
No
This is a
here.
bank we're outside of, right?
It is now.
It is now.
Dude walks out, new bank.
It's the magic stock. Well, not magic. Stock exchange. Sure.
That would make sense, because this is like a market district. People need to exchange currencies and stuff like that. So yeah, that makes sense.
Perfect.
Alright. And as you walk to cause some chaos, we'll move to the next individual. Individuals, I should say. Because these two were actually partnered with each other this morning. They were assigned guard duty, guard patrol. Boring, but pleasant, as they get to see the comings and goings of the civilian life. One of them seems to be leading the other, as the other seems to be in a getup that would signify that perhaps they're more for assistance rather than taking lead. Nonetheless, first we will go ahead and introduce your character here, Dandelion. So, what are we seeing, and who are they?
Okay, so I'll be playing Tom Harper. They are almost as if scientifically designed to be the most average-looking man you could imagine for this time of the year. He's got short, parted hair, slight amount of stubble. He's got a little bit of a soldier's build. He walks very upright, very disciplined in the way he walks and carries himself. He's wearing a very, what would be within fashion, jacket, short shirt, trousers, that kind of thing. Is he the assistant or the leader?
He is the leader.
For the leader.
Oh, okay. He's sort of like he'd be wearing more like a plains clothes kind of guardsman. Yes, and he would be leading with his hands behind his back, walking with great dignity.
Wonderful.
So he surveys all these unwashed masses around him.
Nice.
Hey, that's me.
Haha, yeah. Speaking of which, actually not quite yet. Standing next to you would be another individual, and Sid. Why don't you go ahead and introduce your character, please?
So standing next to Dandelion is Malakith Ulthran. He's a tall, spindly elf with dark crimson hair. He wears a large med pack and his first aid. What would you call that?
Medkit.
First responder kit. Yeah, medkit. He wears like first responders equipment. He looks around like a new fish in a new pond. Every now and then slipping behind to look at something or maybe give a few coins to a beggar, and then has to hurry up in front of his new boss. Is his companion with him, or is he not with him today?
That's up to you.
And next to him is a 5 foot tall metal construct. with the name Nagaroth emblazoned across his chest. He also carries first aid kits.
Perfect. All right. And
Kind of. Sorry, what kind of construct is it? Is it like a bipedal thing or?
5 foot tall person. It's the innovator thing. I just made it look like a person. It's measured, I guess, like a precursor to the Metallica race.
yes. So constructs, pretty much, the metallics are constructs that begin sentience.
So yeah, he's pseudo sentient.
No.
Does he get wages as well, or?
No.
Yes. Oh.
No, he doesn't. No.
Not get means anything.
No. He is a
But
slave
he
bot.
does get dental. He does get dental and healthcare.
Not sure. Yes.
He is the healthcare.
Oh, doll. Okay. And as you all walk down the streets, looking at the local civilians, give me a few moments here. I need to step away. But roleplay that as you like. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna lean into Daniel, I can't remember his name already, and go, hey, did we get gear this morning, or they just throw us out the door? Is that normal?
I don't believe they have it in the budget.
I had to bring all my medical supplies from home. Oh,
Although if
last
we do
year I
actually,
lived
when we do get paid, I'd recommend keeping receipts.
Yeah, but I'm on hire to your guard battalion anyway for my mercenary corps,
Well, why don't you ask them for some stuff?
because they told me, and he pulls up a piece of paper, that all equipment will be supplied by the Brenshire City Council and military guards. Because, and it has to be quotation marks, we're too mean. Look, you gas one small city with it. You gas one town with the noxious gas, and it's suddenly allowed to bring your own equipment. Nobody died. So no more insurrection.
So there's no one left awake to resist, I guess.
Like no one could move. You know that smell with really hot peppers?
They weren't technically dead. Just
No. I try not to kill. Seeing too much of it. His eyes just kind of shoot down. Too much death.
what about that robot friend of yours? Has he seen much?
The robot looks at you with its cold, empty eyes. Just nods. I don't think he can speak. I need to get a vocal box stuck into it at some point.
Maybe it just has like canned phrases from its designer.
It pulls out a chalkboard and goes, "The body's piled all around me.
Oh my god.
Blood seeping into my ears. I
Morbid.
remember it clearly."
Oh my god. We haven't even said
Yeah, we got up to some police violence while you were gone.
Oh my god. I stepped away for like 1 minute. Anyways. Okay. So, as we go ahead and police shenanigans ensue, we will zoom out back to the mechanic shop, to which the radio is buzzing with life as music seems to hang in the air as the two individuals, Fiery and her boss, are at work. Eventually, you do hear one bit of sound come from the radio, a little beep, which you, Fiery, would recognize almost like as a broadcast, like a warning broadcast. Not like an emergency broadcast, but just like a warning. It's like, warning to all individuals, violence has broken out in the merchant districts. Please be advised to take cover and shelter, and do not stay on the streets where violence has erupted. That is all.
Hey, we're on the radio.
Did you guys really do some what?
Beat up the mailman already.
I'm just saying, there's violence in the merchant district. We're in the merchant district. Who else could it be?
Everybody's in the merchant district, actually, at this
Yeah.
point. Anyways. So that's what you hear, Fiery. Then it goes back to the music.
Just gonna look at Mark and be like, is that ours or the rivals?
I don't know. I don't care. It brings in business, so either one works.
Just kind of looks disgusted and goes back to work.
He either doesn't notice or doesn't care, as you do. Going back to... I'm horrible with names. Lucretia?
Lucretia.
Lucretia. As you walk to your destination, I need Lucretia and Crow. First roll of the game of the campaign. Let's go. I need both of you to roll me perception checks, please.
You got it.
Wow.
Oh, we see everything.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. As you do look around and start to make your way there, since you got a 20, you walk around the buildings ready to cause some mischief. I would say, Bro, you see this first, and then Lucretia, you hear something. Bro, you start to watch as down from the street, you see some people seem to be walking very quickly away from something. You see one individual actually running away from something. Lucretia, you swear, just on the wind slightly, amidst the laughing around you, you think you hear one yell, maybe a scream.
That is unusual. We haven't even started yet. She's going to try and look over in that direction, see what all the hubbub's. Feeling the spotlight?
You don't quite see anything yet. I would say at this point you do also see what Crow sees. Is a few people kind of seem to be running away from something.
I think Lucretia's gonna say to her partner in crime, sounds like somebody's beaten us to the punch. We'd better hurry up if we want to get on the evening news.
Seems like it's... Wish they would communicate more about this stuff. Always people interfering.
Then, pause from that scenario as we move to Malekith and Tom. You all are closer to this. Actually, no, you are further away from this. I need you two to actually roll me a perception check as well, please.
My little friend, you get to roll one as well.
Sure, why not?
My perception's kind of shit as well. Doesn't let me roll for some reason.
There it is.
Where's my friends? Perception, where are you?
Okay. You'll pass. Lucky enough. They're not crit successes like previously, but that is enough. As all three of you, as you're kind of, well, yeah, I say all three of you, as you're all kind of talking about the morning and your duties, you watch as one individual just books it past you, just running on the opposite direction. And then you also see another. They look panicked.
Whoa. What's going on? I try to stop one of them.
Are you gonna try to physically grab them?
No. It's like sort of wave them over.
No, they're not stopping for you. They're just gone.
Well then.
What's the smell in the air?
Just a normal day for you.
Doesn't smell like smoke or ash or anything that might indicate a disaster.
I would say with that perception, just normal smells.
Okay.
Are we patrolling on the high street or on the side road or?
You are on the. I would say you're on the sidewalk, if that's what you mean.
How busy is this street we're in at the moment?
I mean, it seems it sees a decent amount of activity. This is the merchants district, so a lot of business goes on here. So you see automobiles, some auto bikes making deliveries and the like.
Is it a constant flow of people coming from the area, or was it just one group?
It was like two people that ran by, and they looked panicked.
No one else is paying mind to these people running either.
I mean, there's a couple stares, like almost out of curiosity, but no huge mind.
I should probably go check it out, just so the boss doesn't really miss out, in case it's just something stupid.
Agreed.
But,
Remember,
let's
observe and
go on
report.
guard. You say he pull out his book. Yeah, I know.
No
You're the
gas.
boss. He looks like, I didn't bring the gas with me, don't worry. What's in his bag? Yeah, I didn't bring the gas.
Right then, let's go. Break into
Seconds
a
under his-
quick jog.
Yeah. I step behind on a trot.
As you all start running that way, we'll move back to Lucretia and Crow. As you all are about to make your way in, this time it's more audible as you start step up to this building on the steps. You hear screams, multiple at this point.
We should definitely get up there and find out what's happening. They're stealing the
Yeah.
spotlight. How dare they?
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I think we'd immediately.
Somebody
go to
needs
the
to be
source of the screen.
taught a lesson about whose turf this is. You and me both.
Mm-hmm.
So you're running towards the noise?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Oh, perfect.
They're running towards the plot.
Exactly. I'm so
Let's
happy.
go home.
Let's all just go home.
If I
gang.
wanted to, if I
Oh,
was playing if I made a character that would run away from the plot, you wouldn't see him here.
that's fair. Okay. As you walk in that direction, by the way, yes, I have stopped the music, so nothing
Oh
is glitched
no.
out. As you walk that direction, the screams get louder. And it's at this point you all actually start to smell what smells like smoke coming from that direction.
Lucretia, with her ancestry feat, does have as well, so that would be good.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do they
Smoke,
have?
yeah. Lucretia has an enhanced sense of smell with an ancestry feat, gaining
Perfect.
imprecise sense.
So yeah, you definitely smell smoke at this point.
That was my idea. Alright, yeah. Oh, the fire brigade's gonna be here in no time, and then we'll have nothing to do. What do you think we ought to do about that? Well, it sounds like somebody's gotten the party started.
As
Well,
you
Think
all,
it's worth it, making it a bit more interesting, or should we just go ahead and call this a loss for today?
as
technically our job is done, so we could go home, but I am a little bit curious as to what's going on here.
I will note as you all are kind of walk in that direction, a few people are fleeing away from that direction, looking very panicked. Um, no, you'd see this. You'd see one individual seems to have a wound on their arm as well.
Okay, pretty normal. Pretty normal. Somebody's doing some cool arson.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
what that is.
Um, I guess a note that, like, well, whoever's causing this is clearly not adhering to the code, so it's probably not gang affiliated.
either that or they just got sick of your piss poor rules.
Hey, the rules are there for a reason.
Do you want open warfare? Because that's how you get open warfare.
It's true.
Indeed.
That is true. But as you kind of walk by, you see that you now see the source of what you were smelling earlier, Lucretia. As you see turned over that seemed to have been hit some sort of lamppost is a automobile, and you do see that it is slowly starting to catch on fire, and you see one individual lying on the ground that seems to be very hurt, along with uh, other individuals running from the scene. And it seems like two individuals are having a bit of a scuffle on the side of the street as well. You hear yelling coming from these individuals.
All right. Who seems to be having a bit of a scuffle? What sort of people do they look like?
One person seems to be look kind of injured, but he seems to be putting up quite a fight, as the other individual looks more healthier. Seems to be trying to fight them off, as it were.
Do either of them look like we said, like they would be gang affiliated or
Nope.
criminal elements?
No,
Do either
they
of them
look.
look like cops?
Nope, they all look like normal citizens.
The hell? Just look like a bunch of normies. What's happening here? You think someone put something in the air? I heard something
in the
about an
air, something in the
alchemist
water.
gassing up a town not too far away. Think it could have been him again.
Maybe so, maybe so. Well, whatever the case is, we should probably do
Wish I'd have
something.
thought of it.
All right, and I'm gonna pause there for just a second, as also, uh, Malekith and Tom, you would also arrive on the scene at this time, and then Lucretia and Crow, you would actually see two uniformed militia or Haven's militia arrive on the scene.
We should probably act inconspicuous. Right.
What, do you start whistling and just like standing around a lamppost when everyone else is running away?
Don't mind
More
us.
like get around a corner and peek at what's going on here, so we're not totally obvious.
So, Malekith, Tom, you would also see the scene. A flipped over automobile that seems to be in the process of burning. One figure on the ground, and two figures having a scuffle.
Oi, 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 what saw this then?
So he just does it. Something feels off. People don't run and scream from an accident.
Either way, we should act quick. Malekith, you should go check the guy on the ground, and I'll deal with the couple fighting.
Yeah. He looks over. Nagaroth, run over, check him, get the gear ready. And Nagaroth just beeps and starts running at him.
Okay. We'll get to that in a moment. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
Yeah, not trying to be metagame, but yeah, it's like, everyone's running away from a car accident. Doesn't seem right.
So, Tom, you're running to the two people having a scuffle, and Malekith, you're looking at the person on the ground.
I'm standing back a little bit more, and Nagaroth's going to check on him. Basically, roll him over, see if he's breathing, and then I'm going to walk over.
Okay. You hear almost like a wheezing coming from the person on the ground. Part of their body is burned at this point, but they seem to be struggling to move.
Well, hold on, this is before 20th century medical techniques. Nagaroth, drag him over here. Gotta think the times.
As your construct pulls them over closer to you, the figure seems to increase their struggling. What is your construct's fortitude?
Construct's fortitude is +5.
+5. So 5.
Pretty
So
good.
15 would be the DC. Wonderful.
Put those into the sheet just now. 15. Okay, 5, 6, 4. Where's the double save than I do?
+5. No, +7. Okay. You watch as this individual pushes your construct away and lunges at you. I will give you a moment to react.
I'm going to squabble the hell back because I don't want to get bitten by crazy
All
or
right.
stabbed.
Perfect. Okay. And you notice something about this individual. They seem to be, despite their burns and their injuries, they seem to be coming at you with the full force possible of someone that's as if they were healthy. We'll get to that in a moment.
He's like, they're on crocodile, be careful!
We'll get to that in a moment as we'll rewind just a little bit as Tom, you get to these people that are having a scuffle, and you just hear this person struggling to get this person off of them. It's like, get Get off me! Get off me!
What does the other person look like?
This person, as you now get a closer look at them, they seem to be injured drastically. Bits of metal seems to be uh lodged into the skin, as the side of the face seems to be almost looked like it was rubbed off by asphalt.
They clearly must be in shock. I'm going to quickly approach both of them. Oi, break that up. What's going on here?
He's mad! He's mad, I tell you! Get him off me!
Right then, assuming that's the living person talking, not the one missing half their face.
Correct.
Tom is going to run up and try to grab the wounded man and pull him away.
You
He's
are
going
able
to
to.
sort of grab at his arms and pull him from behind.
You manage to do so, and seeing a new target come into view. What is your fortitude, Tom?
Is it 10 plus modifier, isn't it?
Correct.
This would be 17.
Perfect. One moment, please. Uh, okay. So you, I will explain what happens, and then you can explain how they're acting. You also get grappled, uh, or rather, you get grappled at this point, Tom. And as you turn and watch, uh, you will see that the teeth seem to clatter, open and close, as if reaching for your shoulder or arm or even your neck, and seems to be trying to bite you. What's your AC, Tom?
17.
Good. Good, good, good. Uh, they have a +5. Luckily, they are unable to reach at your softer bits, but it's quite obvious they are trying to bite you.
Well, that's definitely out of order. Tom is going to try and slip his foot behind the ankle and push them to the floor in an
Uh,
attempt to arrest this individual.
yeah, make me athletics, please. By the way, Lucretia and Crow, you are seeing these shenanigans take place.
It definitely seems like Lucretia's idea. Somebody might have done a little bit of a gassy moment. Seems to be sounding rather correct.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna try to. She's gonna try to cover her mouth and nose and stuff with some cloth just in case, and try to find is there a whatchamacallit? A center point to it, I guess. Does there seem to be one particular area where it's radiating out from? Any spooky canisters?
No.
Weird fog?
Nope.
There's a burning car.
Just a burning car. Make me a perception check, though, Lucretia.
And do.
Also, Crow, please. Okay. Lucretia, you're kind of distracted from the chaos that's happening and looking for other things. Crow, though, you notice something, as the other individuals do not, as they're occupied with other things. You watch from not far of a distance, other figures start to walk out of the streets, limping and shuffling and looking very hurt.
I point it out and say, there may be more trouble coming.
Do you shout this out or do you speak it out?
I guess it would be more of a shouting.
All right. I would say at this point, then Tom, Lucretia, Bro, Malekith, you would hear and see it at this point as Crow shouts it out. You see multiple individuals starting to walk from various alleys and slowly start gathering on these streets that look very similar to what you see with these individuals you're trying to wrestle down. By the way, you were able to trip the individual Tom. So they're on the ground.
Yeah, just as like Tom is kneeling on their back, they're getting his rope ready. That's when he looks up and is like, "Oh fucking hell!"
How do you all react to
Blind.
this?
Lucretia's going to try to determine if the injuries and scrapes and stuff that these people seem to have, if that is makeup, or just like disguise kind of work to.
You do not need to make any check for this. Those wounds are very real.
I don't think they're going to hide a pipe through the torso.
No, there's one there like that. Yeah.
The novelty store did run out of stock of those head arrows. Wasn't Malekith being attacked by a zombie?
Kind of being
Or at
chased.
least-
There's still
yeah.
about oh, I'm gonna say maybe 10 or so feet away.
I'm just going to scurry away.
That seems all very fucked up. What the hell is happening over there?
What are you all doing?
This is now much more confusing.
That's a great question.
I'm going to go out to Tom. We should probably get out of here. Something doesn't seem right. Just
Looks like we got a riot on our hands.
Right. It's probably a good bet to get that all I was thinking.
All
you said they
right.
keep coming. So how many are we looking at the moment? Like we almost feel like we're getting surrounded.
At this point, not quite surrounded yet, but if you stay on longer, probably. You probably see about anywhere between 15 to 20 of these individuals.
All silent.
Silent in a way of their shuffling and moaning and wheezing.
Yeah, I got Tom to get out of here. Something self. Maybe a bioweapon as I pull out a biological agent. Bad stuff. Cover nose and mouth.
All right. Is everybody running at this point?
Not running, but probably trying to keep ahead of it as far as Lucretia's concerned. Don't want to get cornered.
How fast they seem to be moving? Should we just kind of get a gauge of that?
They aren't moving quite fast yet.
Yeah.
We need to get to the nearest refuge point. Follow me.
I guess I'll yell out to the other two civilians, assuming they're civilians, and go, "Follow us."
Very well. Lead the way.
Okay. At this point, we'll go back. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
As we're running, I'm just going to lock your doors, barricade yourselves in, or grab your stuff and run. Basically, as I run past people.
You have little whistles.
That's top whistle right there. 10 out of 10.
Look,
I
they
agree.
didn't give us a baton, so imagine they gave us a toy whistle.
Not fair. I'll give you that. At this point, we'll move to Fiery. Thank you for being patient. Fiery, At this point,
Mhm.
as you're working, you hear the announcement about 3 or 4 times at this point from the radio. As you do, you're starting to see multiple people run past the shutter of your garage.
Oh, what the hell is it coming over here? I'll grab the bat and go like peek through the shutters.
All right. As you peek through, you see smoke in the distance. One plume of smoke. As you look down, you see multiple individuals running down the streets. As you do, you watch as almost out of nowhere, you hear a scream come from your right.
I will look in that direction.
As you do, you see a individual that seems to have someone grappled on top of them, and they seem to be struggling with this person.
Give a big sigh and be like, "Be right back." To Mark and
All right.
raise up the shutter to see if I can go help that person.
Yeah.
Hey, get off them!
As you do, you hear the man struggling. Get them off! Get them off! They're mad! They're mad!
Yeah, I'll try to grab at the one that's attacking and be like, "I said get off."
Do you go to grab them?
Yeah.
As you go to grab them, what you pull off is a woman that seems to have been in some sort of gown. But as you look at her, you realize part of the neck is missing. And there's a lot of thread.
I probably would have just dropped like the grab at its reaction, just been like, "What the hell?"
As you are able to pull slightly off, the man that was once pinned rushes away, but now this person question mark has their focus on you, and they're starting to lurch towards you.
Yeah. That sounds not ideal.
You watch as they start to snap their jaws at you, almost like a hungry animal, arms outstretched, coming your way. What are you doing?
Oh hell no! I'll take a swing with a bat.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll, please, with your bat.
Woohoo! Oh, I have to equip it first?
Yes, please. Yep. Equip it, and then you should have to... There we go. Yep, perfect.
And strike.
Luckily, do not have high AC.
Oh, I thought I hit strike. Oh, never mind. Sorry, it pops up.
It's okay.
Roll. Oh, roll. Okay. This is all new.
14 is more than enough. Roll that damage, please. 5. Luckily, they are not very tough either. As you go ahead and swing your back, you watch as the head is smashed in from this individual, and it slumps to the ground.
I'm just gonna like really confused, like what the fuck is going on? And I'm just gonna look at the street. Like, is there more of these things?
Not that you see, but you do see a lot of people running at this point around you, so they're not involved with the once previous scuffle that was involved. But you see more people running away from something. You may have gotten a taste of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna back into the shop and be like, Mark, there's something weird going on.
Kind of weird. Is it gonna bring in business?
Nope.
Alright, let me take a look here. Hold on. He kind of walks out of his office like, what the hell? Kill someone?
I don't think I did.
They look dead to me. It looks like their head is bashed in. You got
Yeah.
blood on your baseball bat.
Definitely did that.
Why?
They attacked me first.
I mean, did they at least deserve it?
Yeah.
Well, okay, fair enough. Well, I'm not hiding this body, so you're on your own. And he starts to say that as coming around the corner, you do now start to see another individual. This time, not running, but lurching. As they start to go for one person, this person, unprepared, is tackled by one individual. Then you look across the street as another is tackled, but looks by another rabid individual. This time,
Good point. That's what's happening.
This time, you hear a scream as you watch as one of them is bitten down to right on the neck before you hear a gurgling scream stop.
Empires.
Yeah, that's not right.
At this point, we'll pause there as 4 of our lovely potential survivors are running down the streets, to which you will hear a scream as Mike, look at Fiery, sorry. Perhaps Fury soon. Fiery, he'll look at you, Fiery. It's like, get inside, get inside, get inside. He kind of looks around, sees 4 individuals running. He's like, you 4, get inside, get inside. It's safe in here. We have a barricade. And he'll be looking at Crow, Lucretia, Tom, and Malakath.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Does the creature recognize this establishment?
Yes, it is a mechanic shop you are very familiar with.
Nice. Then yeah, she'll probably address the owner by an approximation of his name. Like you said, his name is Mike, right?
He is
Mark.
Mike. Mark?
Yeah, so she'll call him Mark or
It was
something.
originally Mark, but we can make it Mike. That's more fun.
Yeah, Mike it is. I just realized that coincidence. Oh. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, make it a joke. Depends who he's talking to.
His name is Mike now. Anyways. Do you all hop into the mechanic shop?
Of course.
I think Lucretia's
Okay,
going
yeah.
to notice the person that got kind of beat down outside the door a little, yeah, and probably surmise somebody's hurting the local small business. That's not cool. Yeah, so she'll come inside
All right.
and say,
what?
and ask, saying the incorrect version of the name. Who's been fucking with you? I thought you were under good protection.
Well, I think this might be an exception, as he will close the shutter behind the 4 of you, basically sealing off whatever is going on the outside. There are windows to look outside, but those who are familiar with the shop would know that they are reinforced with a iron fence over the window. And as you all gather into the mechanic shop, please roleplay as you will, as Mike just yells, "What the fuck is going on?" And I will be right back.
Fire's gonna look at you all and be like, "Don't touch anything." And also, you'll notice because she's wearing like a tank top type thing. On her right forearm, there's a tattoo of a skull with gear around it. So if anyone else in the gang is either the same, you'll recognize it or not. But yeah, that's totally visible. And she'll just kind of look at.
Okay. Is it the same as Crow's gang, or is it a different one?
Ooh, I don't know. We didn't decide that yet.
All right. Well, forget.
Figure.
Let's go different. That'll be more interesting.
Sure. Works for me.
Where's your oil and your solvents?
What? Why?
Because shit's fucked. I don't get paid enough to deal with this crap. I'd rather not die today.
That's fair. She'll point over to the corner.
He just runs over and starts pulling different things out, pulls his
Shit's
kid
not
out.
fucked yet.
Wait, were you
we can
that
unfuck
out?
it.
We need to get to the refuge point. It's not safe to stay here.
Not safe to go out there unarmed either.
We
Safe
run
enough in here
faster
for
than
now.
we walk. We can make it out in time.
You some sort of alchemist?
A little bit.
You know, that was the first thing I thought of when I saw people starting to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Nothing I know will do that.
Cocoa Puffs is now a canon food here.
It is.
Yep, now it is.
Just had those for breakfast.
I figured somebody got ahead of it, got on the jump on us, and decided to go ahead and put everybody in a bit of a frenzy, but I don't think there's too many hallucinogens, or at least not any of the ones I've tried, that'd put you in a state for cannibalism.
Some.
What exactly is going on out there?
Hold on, this is 1910, 1920 kind of tech levels, isn't it? So movies are a thing. Have there been zombie movies yet?
I would say that not so much movies, but there have been like some books about the undead.
Okay.
Think I know how to read? I read books?
What skill would I need to roll to see if I've read that in my downtime, in my 200 years of life?
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
Well, hey, movies probably haven't been around for 200 years.
No, but books. Do you want to roll an
books.
occultism, maybe?
I'm gonna say, yeah. You know what? Let's roll occultism. 22. Kind of thinking back on not only the history of the land, but also kind of reading books and all that sort, and kind of maybe reading some weird book that you probably shouldn't have read.
Gave you nightmares.
Yeah, no kidding. This is almost comically in a sense. Morbid comically. You know what I mean. Anyways, this gives off vibes of something that you have seen from those books.
Why did I read that book in that little old shaman's lair?
Yeah.
I thought it was crazy. And he was crazy, he was drinking his own piss. But no. Whoa! Oh god!
There's a
What?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Lucretius asks, like, what? What are you crying about?
The end of days. An old prophecy I read when I was working on a small village that had, let's say, they'd gone batshit insane. The dead shall rise and walk amongst the living. A hunger unsatiable. A drive unending.
That sounds like a bunch of shit.
He
How much
points
did you
out the
pay for
window.
that prophecy? I think you might have gotten ripped off.
I didn't pay for it.
They
He points to the window with a zombie walking into a hole in it.
not
It's
only
just
that,
a guy.
not only that, but as you kind of speak this, there is a slam against the shutter and a scream before it's cut short with a gurgle.
Yeah, that's normal.
That's not right.
You think a little street riot is going to be the end of days? And
No.
you think these people are all walking dead?
I don't think that. I don't know that. I know something's wrong. And it could be a virus, it could be a pathogen, I don't know. All I
I don't
know
want to
is
interrupt you all, but we can discuss why this is happening later. If we stay here, we're going to get surrounded. If we don't start moving now, we're fucked.
And then
what's the what are the buildings like in this part of the city? They all like similar heights, flat rooftops?
Yes. One other thing I should mention, as you all are kind of discussing, Mike will kind of just look towards us. He's like, shut up for a second. Hold on. He'll just kind of turn up the radio. This is what you will hear. Attention citizens of Heaven's Reach, this is an emergency broadcast, to which there'll be a static that crackles and then clears, revealing a frantic voice on the radio. Attention citizens, residents of Heaven's Reach, seek immediate shelter and safety. They're they are dead and alive. The undead has overrun the town. Uh, uh, the quarantine district. The quarantine district is a designated safe zone. Evacuate to the district if possible. I repeat, evacuate to the district if possible. Military personnel are setting up defenses as we speak. Do not panic. I repeat, do not panic. Barricade your homes if need be. If you are unable to reach the quarantine district, by all means, find a secure location and stay indoors. I repeat, if you are unable to reach the quarantine district, find a secure location and stay indoors. Listen for further updates. I repeat, seek shelter immediately. This is a matter of life and then static just overruns the message enveloping the airwaves as almost feels like it's cut short.
Did the announcer guy, did that sound like a familiar voice that any of us have heard on the radio before?
Yes. Actually, for Tom and Malekith, that sounded like your boss.
Oh.
Oh. Fucked.
Well, I don't think they can get in here.
So, if anybody wants information on the quarantine district, please roll me a society. Malekith and I would say Tom, you have a +2 to this.
Oh, cool.
Well,
what was the roll for again?
What district?
Society.
For
to know about the quarantine district.
I wouldn't know.
God damn, I rolled like shit.
Okay.
I've never left this district, so.
So this kind of makes sense. Lucretia, you would know this. 1 second, please.
Oh, okay.
We all just stare at each other, trying to figure out what to do.
I'm writing assailants.
I'm just thinking of our escape plan already.
You got any acid by any chance?
Sorry about
No.
that. So, Lucretia, you would know the quarantine district because it is probably something you've seen in records before. And that the quarantine district of Haven's Reach is actually a fortified enclave designed to act as like a haven during emergencies or outbreaks. building off that, for Tom and Malekith, you would know that it does have a number of facilities, a number of emergency supplies, and things of the like, in case something bad happens within the city. Now, usually, you don't need to use the quarantine district, but since you two are specifically within the official realm of this, you would know that the only time the quarantine district would open up is one of two things. Even the city has been completely overrun, or the city has been closed off because of an emergency, and thus the quarantine district is used as a safe one until everything has been cleared out after everything has been blocked off.
What kind of things has the quarantine district been used in the past? Like, when was the last time they needed to get people in there?
The last time something has been used for this is probably about 300 years ago.
Oh,
In which case, there was sort of a war going on, and Avon's Reach was bombarded by armies from this war, and so the citizens were made to stay there until any of the war going on within Heaven's Reach was settled, so that no civilians would be harmed in the process of the fighting.
Right.
It's more like the inner keep of the city. So the central point's been fortified,
Correct.
or got a natural barrier like a cliff behind, or something like that.
So it's within the center of the city, um, within the military district, and it is almost like an underground bunker, as it were.
Why'd you put it in the middle of the military district? That's a target. Putting us in the middle of a military target. What the fuck?
Because so the military can react appropriately to any circumstances, and the military does have a number of things like rations and other supplies to last a very long time.
Also, the city is already a target. It'd be like setting up base in a bullseye anyway.
Exactly.
I stop and I'm like, well, if this is, let's say this is a disease, something that spreads, because there's more of them, and it sounds like they didn't just ship them in here. Something's going to be causing it. That place is set up for a war, not an outbreak.
Go ahead and both above board and in game, go ahead and discuss what you like to do. I do apologize, I have to step away again, so real quick, I'll be fast.
I look at everyone in the room. I don't think it's safe going there.
Do you think it'd be safer than staying here?
No, but I don't know how safe this place is. But if these dead, living dead, whatever you call them, all it's going to take is one of them to get through the perimeter and the civilian to become a target, and then it spreads again, and then you're trapped underground.
They would have a much better chance of avoiding at least one getting in. Here, we're trapped in a little box. We've got no food, no water, no means
So
of
you
stopping them.
think that these things could, to turn other people into them, like some sort of, like it's a game of tag?
Probably not, but again, I don't know. I'm just trying to remember what that pisspot shaman wrote in his damn ledger. He wrote in his own blood too. Ugh.
So,
Remember, it makes me feel sick.
That's who you want to
Malekith.
be relying on to save our hides, huh?
Why don't we watch for a few minutes and just watch what happens? Has anyone had any interactions with them? I got jumped and managed to get away.
Yeah, I hit one with my bat. It went
Can you tell
down,
what-
but
What did she look like before you? I'm guessing caved her skull in with your bat?
I mean, she had a cut on her throat. Like, she should have been dead.
So, I mean, the people we saw in the accident, the people we've seen running, they've been riddled with damage. Somebody had a pipe through him. Again, not a fatal injury. But they shouldn't be just walking around with them, or at least should be making noise and showing signs of it, I guess.
Well, the man I was trying to save had a hard time getting her off. I guess they keep their strength.
All right.
Because I thought maybe they wouldn't be able to lift the grate here, but if they still have their strength, maybe they can?
Well, they say people can't use all their strength because they don't want to hurt themselves. It's what one of my trainers told me back when I was when we were in combat. He said, have you ever heard of people exhibiting superhuman feats when them or their companions' lives are in danger? Like people lifting boulders or moving like fallen limber, like house supports off of people and doing monstrous damage to themselves that they could normally do. Have you heard those stories?
Not on a personal scale.
No.
But you must have never heard the story of a mother lifting off, the burning house support.
No.
Really? Huh. I did hear that one while I was in Frontier, but...
All right. So, what would you all like to do as you're starting to hear a couple bangs coming from the shutter?
I'm gonna raid the solvent drawer.
Okay.
I'm
Well-
gonna quickly try and make some gear.
I did think we'd be safe here, but points at Tom. You're right. We don't have food and water to stay. Not for everyone.
I think Lucretia's gonna stand closer to the door and shout through it to fuck off. Door's closed.
You shout this?
Yes.
So going to the shutter and shouting this to fuck off. The pounding starts to intensify.
Is there a back door to this place?
Yeah.
I guess they are attracted by sound, maybe.
So
That or
good to
they
know.
just
Maybe
weren't
you should
sure if
stay
anybody
there.
was inside. Now they know. Well, now they know there's a fight heading for them, at least. How's about I just crack the door open, yank this sod in, and then we beat the shit out of them?
Ones with
Yeah,
contagious.
you do that. I'm gonna go at the back door.
Let's grab what we can and get moving.
I'm with Fire here. I'm gonna peace out out the back door. You all do what you like. But I'm headed towards the quarantine district. I don't know about the rest of you.
I'm sure we'll all be behind you. I at least will be, but I feel like getting a measure for these so-called living dead myself.
Alex, what's in the workshop that I could potentially grab and chuck in my backpack?
Hey!
I will pay for it when this settles down. How does that sound?
Write them an IOU.
I write down my badge number,
Just,
my
like, stares at
squadron.
you.
I write down, I stick it on the wall.
So, there is a couple items.
Oh, you've got a badge.
I have a bag. Oh, also a badge too. Yes.
Badge.
I
Yeah.
think Lucretia's gonna be saying that. Of course, it'd be the pigs that'd want to go and get in a corral.
I look over and I'm like, okay, 1, I'm on station with these idiots. 2, I don't care.
Of course, you
Well,
don't
I'll
care. You're not paid to care.
Oi, Mike Conspiracy. Oh, you two can squabble later, okay? We got bigger fish to fry.
What you're saying is right, and there is some sort of rising of vengeful dead going on, then I could say that could be a bigger fish to fry than the problems of institutionalized police. Maybe.
You do what you like, but I don't want to get eaten today.
I agree. I'm going to ignore the elf and look for an immediate weapon.
Okay, so there are a few things here that you can pick up. One,
Wrench.
there's a wrench. This will be classified as a club, which I will put into your inventory. There are 2 wrenches here that can be used as a weapon. Larger wrenches, probably used for large vehicles. That's 2 things there. Also, from scraping by through some of the chemicals, you can go ahead and salvage some stuff there. And these are special items that could be used for later purposes. But for now, put into your inventory, Malekith, 2 scrap.
Hold on. You said new scrap. Let me see if I can figure out how to add.
Two scrap.
A number
Yep.
2.
Scrap.
And then 4 alcohol.
Okay, so scrap. I'm just adding these as I go because I'm going to give you more of the stuff as we go on.
Mm-hmm.
Booze. Yep.
4 alcohol and 1 bottle.
Yeah, that would be in the desk drawer. That Mike would probably grab.
Name bottle.
And these items will be used later. Just hold on to them. But that's what you can find
Yep.
for later.
He looks. He's like, oh fuck! I don't have my alchemist kit at home today. Shit. You see him pull out a few different vials, put them into his, pull out a from his belt.
Who's gonna take the wrenches?
I don't need any weapons.
I would take 1 just in case we need it.
Okay.
Not as a weapon, but as a
I'll
tool.
I'll just take it as a tool because it's a wrench.
Yeah.
So who's the second person?
No one else wants it. I'll take it.
Okay. So Malekith. Okay, 1 second. I'll add those into your inventory. Give me a moment. Oh no, not that.
And I'm gonna make sure the med kit is around my waist at this point in case I do have to use it.
And then
You know how when you see some people when they're dealing with aggressive dogs, they use the sleeve of their jacket? I think Tom's gonna wrap the rope around his right wrist.
Should I take
And
closer?
could probably
Before we-
use that as some kind of baiting.
Do you
Gets
guys
into
do
a
any
scrap.
welding here?
A little bit.
Do we do any well? Oh no, you're asking that in character. I'm like, that's
Yeah, I hear
out of
that's right. Do you guys
character.
do
Nobody
any
was
welding?
weld
Do
as their job?
you have welder's gloves?
Should be some.
After seeing how Tom used his rope, we just rummage around trying to find them.
let's see here. Let me go ahead and finish this up here.
They might be in the shop unless our welder takes them home at night.
Unfortunately, the welder is indeed not there. Also, I've added the wrenches to both of your inventories.
Nice.
Cool.
So if we're about to leave, I'll go over the wall and take down a picture. And then as we're leaving the back door, I'm just gonna look at the shop and just give it the middle finger and then keep going.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, and you all are going out the back.
Mm.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, Lucretia does want to fight this guy out front.
So you're gonna fight the guy.
It does like looking out the window. Is there just one dude at the door?
Looking out the window. No, you see about 6 or 7 at this point.
That is probably too many. Yeah. Okay. Back door it is.
All right. You leave the slamming shutter door. You go ahead and make your way out the back towards the alley. Mike is starting to make his way through the alley, kind of like motioning you to follow. Like, follow it this way. Stay quiet. Now, here's a choice. You can try to be stealthy about this, or you don't have to. It's up to you. But how do you want to proceed?
I think Lucretia's faster than she is stealthy, so she'll probably be going for that.
All right. Anybody else?
I don't know how
Uh,
to be stealthy, so.
All right.
Depending on if the rest of the group is staying together, Tom would
We'll
like
stay-
to act as a scout ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to try and stay in the middle, and so if anyone gets hurt, I can patch them up.
Very good. Very good. Okay. You will start to move forward through the streets, waving in and out of the alleys. I'm going to roll a luck check. Roll a D100. The lower, the better. I'm going to roll this openly.
Watch it be in that 100.
Then I pray for all of you. Here we go. 50.
Oh, right in the middle.
Right
good.
in the middle.
Right in the
Okay.
middle, but not in their favor.
It's ever so slightly skewed.
So, here's what happens. You make your way through, and luckily, you're able to dodge and weave through the street without too much trouble. And in the distance, you see the quarantine district. You start to make your way there. Are you sprinting? Are you walking? What are you doing? How do you approach it?
I think we're going fast.
Gotta
Yeah,
go fast.
We're
Gotta
going to
go
want to be careful approaching it, though, because it could be the biggest concentration near there.
If we run, they might think we're actually no, we're moving much faster.
The biggest concentration is probably going to be still wherever all this started. Not very worried about us running into a giant wall of not living weirdness. Are we allowed to
Do we
say
know of
zombie, or
any-
this is one of those weird properties where we can't
Nah.
say the word?
It's whatever your character would think it is.
Know of any unorthodox entrances into the military district?
Specifically, Tom and Malekith, you would know that there is one gate that leads in and out of the district that you probably would have to head to.
What about the sewers? Would they run and connect?
They'd all be barred.
It would be barred. So you would have to make a dead sprint to the door. Or walk. I mean, you can walk too. That's fine.
Can we get a little bit? Like, is there any way we can get a little bit of height to see what's going on?
Sure. If you climb on top of one of the vehicles, you would see that there's sort of like a bridge that leads up to the door, and you would see, and this is where the luck roll came in, that there is not an overwhelming amount, but there's a spackle of lumbering individuals that litter this bridge. It looks like your way to the door, though not barred, might come with some challenge.
How wide is the bridge?
Pretty wide. Maybe like I'm horrible with distances, so you have to excuse me. But maybe it's like 12 feet wide.
Hmm.
Can it fit two?
So it's not made for car
two
travel.
cars.
It could fit about 2 cars.
So for like to round it to 5-foot spaces, it'd probably be 15 feet.
Roughly,
You
yes.
could fit 3 people arm to arm.
It's about 2 cars width. I'll say that.
Are there any above the gates? Does it look like there are any guards or any stationed? Does it look like there's been
Yes.
any active resistance?
You do see there are some bodies that litter the front of the gate and like around it, and you do see people perched on top of the walls that seem to be keeping it at bay, at least for now. I will give you a moment above board to decide what you want to do, but time is ticking.
Again, probably get through there quick before it gets worse, right?
Yep.
We might be able to
So
spearhead our way
Lucretia's
through.
going to say that, well, if you're in such a hurry to get to the quarantine, you'd better want to hurry, shouldn't you? After all, if these things are sniffing out people that aren't like them, surely the place where everybody's going will be the safe one to be.
I think I
Always.
also have a plan for how we could get past the bridge. If they're attracted to noise, we could try smashing a few car windows and trigger the alarms.
I might have a little more unorthodox option.
We could just take the car and smash through them ourselves.
True.
Is-
True.
Hmm.
Is that
Not
possible?
exactly
Is there enough not enough debris in the way to do that?
I mean, there's really no debris per se on the bridge, so looking at it, it's possible.
I like that idea. Then
Right.
let's hijack a car.
Start checking cars then.
All right.
Who's got the driver's license in the party?
That'd be me.
I make them run. They don't let me drive them.
Well, since you're the mechanic, Fiery, you're probably the most likely to make this roll, and you know the cars well enough. Go ahead, and I'm going to need a. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. I'm going to need a craft. It's going to be a crafting, and you're going to have a +2 if you do this, Fiery, because you're a mechanic. 16? 16
Can I
is
assist her?
So, I didn't add the +2, so that would be 18.
18. 18, it's more than enough that you needed. You needed a 15. So, you kind of run over to a car, you open the door and start to lean under the where the wiring is, and you start to work at the wires, hearing zaps. You all look around and you do see that in doing this, you have garnered a little bit of attention. You feel a cold chill down your spine as the beings slowly, gradually start to lumber towards you as Fiery works on this car. Closer,
Just about got it. Hang on.
closer.
I think when they get within like 20 feet, Lucretia's gonna try and set up the defense there, as in go and beat them up.
I'll position Dagger off as well in a defensive position in front of me.
They get about 30 feet from you, before the car hums to life.
There we go. Got it. Get in.
Yeah, let's jump in.
You all jump.
Hop. We'll cram in here.
You all clown car your way into this vehicle. Mike diving in, following all of you. And I'm going to need a check from you, Fiery, since I presume you're the one that's driving.
Nope.
Who's
I
driving?
think probably I would be Pro.
Perfect.
Yeah, I probably dived into the passenger seat.
Fair enough. Okay. You start to drive, making way, weaving through these shambling figures. In order to make it across the bridge safely, I'm going to need a check from you. Go ahead
All right.
and roll me a
Driving lore.
You have driving lore, correct?
Indeed.
Perfect. Roll that for me, please.
Sure. Yeah, you know what? I'll just roll it. Need assurance.
Nice.
Perfect. Yeah, with the expertise that you know, you're able to weave around these figures with no problems at all. You do not drive off the bridge. And instead, seeing the vehicle oncoming to the gates, you hear shouts as the gates start to open for you. As you do, you drive straight down the middle to the opening of the gates. A slight scratching sound as you just make it through the door before the door is shut behind you. Now, behind the walls of the quarantine, having made it safely to your destination, you all are now neck deep into whatever this disaster is. And what you will encounter, both inside and out of these walls, can be described as nothing but horrifying. As we'll end our session there for today.
Da, 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 da. See, nobody died.
Nobody
We didn't drive
died.
off the bridge.
Nobody died. It's all good.
I feel like we skipped a fair chunk of the session somehow.
No. I just wanted to get you all acquainted with what's going on and what was happening and what can be done. Y'all did really well.
Nice.
You all did
Yes.
exactly as you needed to do. I am proud of you all. You all survived. No one died first session. I told you.
No one took any damage.
I mean, people died, just not us.
Just not
Yeah.
you all survived.
Not important people.
We're the
yeah.
important ones.
Yeah, the important people survived. But yeah, y'all enjoy yourselves.
Ooh. Yeah.
Thank you for running. See you next
Yeah.
week.
Well,
Yeah, later tonight.
I'll see some of you later tonight. Yeah, but
It's going to be an interesting party dynamic.
oh yes. Next session we will be introducing.
You've got cops and those.
Yeah, pretty much. We will be introducing some other mechanics that we'll get into next session. Since some of you did go around and get your stuff from the mechanic shop. So proud. I'm glad you did that.
I am going to loot everything. That is a heads up. I will forsake combat to loot things.
Oh gosh.
Sometimes that will work to your advantage.
Other times, not
That
much.
is an interesting point. Is that in a because I know like D&D style games, they tend to, on average, by the standard, have to be very specific in terms of the amount of stuff people carry, like counting bottles. I do wonder how much of that would be relevant in the case of a city where there is going to be plentiful amounts of what you might call like
Average items.
just cheap disposable items.
I'm actually making up a list. Scrap, alcohol, and the ones I mentioned earlier are part of that list. They will have their own weights and everything. So I will be working on that. Some of this week and next week. So as you all go about the town, should you need to scavenge places, the places that are scavengeable will have their own loot list, and you will be able to actually pick from that loot list and take what you would like.
Oh, have you heard of a game called Mutant Year Zero? Just reminded me of that.
Sounds familiar.
Crafting was very important in that game, and it had a resource called scrap, which acted as a universal thing. And it has entire subsystems on making weapons and items with scrap, and it's a very cool read.
You might see some of that here.
I'd highly recommend. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what else you do and how you all react to the quarantine district and to see what you all will do.
I'm just waiting for the quarantine district to get overrun.
True.
Who knows?
I
Need
feel
a
like it's just
helicopter.
going to be our tutorial area. We might get to level 1 or 2 and then it gets overrun like cinematic style like Warcraft.
Well,
I like the end of Day of the Dead.
I guess we'll see.
I was more thinking the Gilneas cinematic from World of Warcraft with the Worgen.
Oh no.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, we'll know next time.